Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is XMafia, and today I'm going to be delving into some reasons why Black Ops 4 is actually much better than people may think it is. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best Black Ops title. To be honest, it's still my least favorite out of the four. My ranking being BO 3, then BO 2, then BO 1, then obviously BO 4. I'm mainly going to focus on the Zombies game mode, but I'll touch base a little bit with multiplayer. I would talk about the Blackout Battle Royale mode, but since revisiting the game recently, I've found out that the game is literally completely dead on Blackout. I couldn't even find a single game. I kid you not, I searched for like 10 to 15 minutes and didn't find a single match, so I had to stop looking for one eventually, I guess. Also, I will only be talking about positive things about BO4 in this video, so if you think I missed out on something, I probably just didn't enjoy the feature and didn't think would fit the video talking about something I don't truly believe is good in this game. And keep in mind, this video is entirely subjective and is all my own opinion. If you don't agree with me and think that BO4 is garbage, go ahead, that's fine. But don't be one of those guys who hates in the comments just because that one kid on the internet disagrees with you. But with that being said, let's get into the video. The first ground I'm going to cover is innovation. Now, every game has introduced extremely new and cool mechanics, weapons, and all that jazz, but the perk system has relatively stayed the same from its introduction in Verrückt all the way till Revelations. Every now and then a new map would add a perk or two, well, except for BO3, all we got was like Widows, but we don't really talk about those dark days. And I mean, it was a great system. I'm not saying we needed a new perk system because it was running smoothly and there really wasn't any complaints, because that was the norm for zombies, I guess. I didn't really think about it, but it was a nice refreshment to get something new in BO4, even though the perks lost a bit of their flair because they were all condensed into those 4 basic perk slots. What was it? Brew, Cola, Soda and Tonic, I think, for Ether, and then Dan and Ra, Odin and Zeus for Chaos. And meaning and that means the brand new perks like Stone Cold Stronghold and Victorious Tortoise weren't as recognizable or iconic as, say, Jug or Speed Cola, but they still managed to make a charming and pretty solid perk system in BO4 because they did the management of the perks right. I think that choosing your perks before your game takes the customization in BO4 to the next level, and personally, I really enjoyed it. Doing this, you can have certain classes for the playstyle you want to play. You want to train on Blood of the Dead, use the stamina modifier, and maybe Dying Wish and use the katana as your special weapon. And you want to camp instead, use Stone Cold Stronghold and Ragnarok's easy. And talking about customization, the new game modes inside of Zombies are really fun. If you're looking for a challenge, the Gauntlets are a really exciting and fun game mode. It gives you tasks to do per round, and if you fail, there is a punishment. Also, the other game mode, Rush, is just another exciting and hectic game mode for if you don't feel like playing normal zombies, you can play Rush and experience a new way of playing with a different point system and unique way of purchasing items by literally making them free. I don't really know the most about the new game modes as I haven't really played them all that much. I played them a couple times each, but yeah. And Mutations isn't for me, as I like to play just the normal casual experience in Zombies, and ranking up is what I usually go for. But I can definitely see the appeal in this. Like, you can customize the game to whatever you feel like. Want to start off around 50 with nothing but bosses spawning and a starting pistol? You can if you want. I don't see why you would, but the possibilities are seemingly endless. Jeez, the possibilities are seemingly endless, and you can really cater to the exact way you want to play zombies. Elixirs as well in BO4 are a strange thing. The classic ones are actually really good and balanced. To be fair, you can have a fine game without using Mega Elixirs, unlike in BO3, I mean. Classics can do the job good enough, and you don't have to worry about losing them. While I still think BO3 Gobblegums is superior and more fun to use, Elixirs definitely fit into the theme of BO4, especially in the Chaos storyline. Bringing back fan-favorite Gobblegums but making them less overpowered was a great idea. Even putting the rare ones like Aftertaste and Temporal Gift and making them into classic elixirs are a nice touch because they genuinely are good Gobblegums. They're rare and they're mega Gobblegums, so it's kind of a bit annoying to use them. But I can't really talk about the main Easter eggs too much because I just personally haven't had the motivation to go for them in BF4 since there isn't really a reward to doing so. The cutscenes, however, I have seen multiple times, and they are really good. Like, you'd expect them for them anyway. Like, they're really good at cutscenes. Spoiler alert, by the way, Blood of the Dead's ending was really sad and held some weight in it, leaving Richtofen to die at the prison. Was one of the more powerful scenes in Zombies, and IX, or 9, having them all be beheaded and taking them out of their hallucination, I should say, and Voyage of Despair leaving the sinking ship, and and Classified bringing Primus and Ultimus together, which was really cool. And apart from the main quest Easter eggs, another thing I really enjoyed and thought was pretty funny was adding Last Gen Richtofen as Classified's map jump scare, and showed us the Treyarch were really in tune with the zombie community and picked up on the memes. Seriously, that's really cool. And the maps in BF4 as well, they're pretty controversial and divided. Some were loved and praised, while the others were left hated and like barely played. And that rhymed. Cool. Epic. I'm gonna do a little review for each of the maps because I think most of them are actually really good and overshadowed by certain other ones that most people think are like amazing, which they still are, but it sort of leaves the other ones to be left in the sidelines a little bit. And I'll do a little ranking and say where the map is from like where the map stands from 1 out of 10, and I'll exclude the 4 DLC maps as I haven't really played them that much. I've played them like 4 times, and I don't have much play time on some, but I'll still sort them out from 1 out of 10 and put them in my ranking. Voyage of Despair. Now, Voyage is probably the most overlooked and hated out of the original 4, the like 4 on disc maps, but it definitely has some potential and is one of the coolest zombie maps we have ever got. Like, seriously, whoever came up with the idea of making a Titanic map was a genius. Like, while the corridors are tight, there are 2 places on either side of the map that is just perfect for training. You wouldn't really want to train anywhere else. They're actually really good. But one of my favorite things as well to do in zombies is just get the Bowie knife as early as I can and kill every zombie until it's like around 10, I believe, where they're a 2 knife. Might be around 9 or 11. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't really remember. But like, cause you can get a bunch of XP and points to open up the whole map if you want to go for like high rounds and get everything open up. It's an amazing way of doing that. And you can just get it so early. Opening Pack-a-Punch as well, with the whole go around the map and interacting with 4 things. While a system we've seen many times before, Voyage executes this in a way that doesn't feel tedious, and you can get it done while just going around the map collecting perks or doing whatever, as they aren't really in any inconvenient spots besides in the water, but you're only really going there once to open Pack-a-Punch and that's it. So you can just open that and do the Pack-a-Punch stuff and that's about it. The Kraken Wonder Weapon as well is insanely fun and cool, while not the best we've ever seen. And certainly not original with the 4 elements, because we've seen that in Origins, Dryas and Jock, and a lot of maps now. But it definitely suits the map, and it's pretty good against those annoying brute zombies and catalysts. The Sentinel artifact as well, even though it's not original to this one map, because it's in 9, and I'm pretty sure it's in it's in Dead of the Night as well. But yeah, it's not original, but I feel like it's a really, not original to Voyage, but it's a really unique way of doing a power switch, since this storyline takes place in a completely different universe, and it has a creepy vibe about it that it is different to like just opening on a power switch. It's really cool. But you wouldn't have something like that in the Ether map, and in any Ether map, but it works perfectly in Chaos. Voyage of Despair is the map I was most excited about leading up to Black Ops 4's release, and was the first thing I actually played in BF4. While still not the best in BF4's zombies overall, this map is severely downplayed by other certain maps that I'll get into soon, but personally, I really enjoyed it. IX, or 9, is the fan favorite in terms of Black Ops 4, and for good reason. Fighting zombies in an arena with an entire crowd chanting made you feel like you are actually really there. It really drags you in with the visuals and shows that Treyarch can really pull off immersion really well. And I feel like the crowd affinity was a really good addition and rewards the player for actually being good by giving you power-ups and other cool stuff. This is one of the best starting rooms in my opinion, not just in BF4 but in COD Zombies as a whole. Doing the challenges gives you a reason to stay inside the starting room to get the challenges done and get the almighty Pack-a-Punched Strife and other cool items. Much like Voyage to Despair, getting Pack-a-Punch open is not tedious at all, and it's very streamlined and can get done very quickly if you have enough points to open all the doors to the top of the temples or whatever they're called. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the names of places. Fighting the gladiators to get the head to open Pack-a-Punch is a very unique idea, and it's very cool. Like, you just literally kill them, get their heads, and you're out. It's cool. And also the map design and layout is very easy to learn, and the perk spots in the map is just perfect. You will literally never get confused on where one perk is. After my first game, I've never been confused on where anything is. The wonder weapon of the map as well, the Death of Orion, is very balanced and reminds me of the Wonderwolf, but in a way where you literally are shooting it out of a scorpion. How cool is that? That's actually amazing. The overall aesthetic of the map and the way it plays makes out for an awesome zombies experience that if you're discarding Black Ops 4 because of what people have said about it, this map alone is definitely worth getting zombies for, or Beer 4, because you can't really get zombies standalone, which sort of sucks, but this map definitely ranks up with some of the greats, and yeah, amazing. Blood of the Dead definitely does not live up to the expectation of Mob of the Dead, but that doesn't mean the map is entirely bad. The new areas are amazing, and they nailed the whole in hell theme they were trying to get across. Brutus is back and is basically the same, just with more health, and you can get the key from him now, which is cool. I like that better than Mob, I guess. I don't know why. I haven't played Mob in a while. I've sort of forgot, but yeah, it's nice to get the. Oh yeah, I remember now. But yeah, it's nice to get the key from him. I don't know why I'm talking about this so much, but it's cool. The catwalk run is also such an innovative way to get to the prison part that we all know and love. The way the zombies rush at you is a function we've never seen in Treyarch Zombies before. Everyone's first time doing it was probably a very frightening experience. I know mine was. And the shields in BF4 are something that they nail, and Blood of the Dead Spectral Shield is my favorite by far in any COD ever. It's awesome. It's really cool. And killing zombies with a key and grabbing their soul to use as energy to activate stuff is an amazing way of being able to open up the stuff you would use Afterlife for at Mob of the Dead. This map can be both casual and hardcore at the same time. The enemy types as a whole are really enjoyable because you don't have to worry about like catalyst zombies, mini bosses, Ender Blightfather, and tigers and all that stuff, which is one of the only main complaints for me in 9. But all there is just a regular zombie wardens and dogs, and it's very easy to deal with all of that stuff. And it makes for a relieving experience when playing Blood of the Dead. Although at times it can be difficult with tight corners and small rooms to get trapped in and downed. So it makes for a balanced game when dealing with both sides of the spectrum. The amount of strategies there are also for the map are tremendous. There are at least like 3 training spots I can think of, and another 3 camping spots. This map, while not as good as Mob of the Dead, I think, or even the other on-disc maps, that still makes for an enjoyable map to play. Whenever I go back to BF4, this is the first map I play, as there isn't too much to remember, so you can casually get the gist of the map like regularly by playing it properly, only like at least twice for your first time. And all in all, it's just a casual, fun map, really. Classified is how you remake a map properly, really. They added only a little bit more rooms, but also added No Man's Land from Moon, which is just an amazing place to visit when playing this map, especially to get Pack-a-Punch. The Winter's Howl got a massive upgrade and is actually a viable wonder weapon, who would have thought, to use in the later rounds, which is something I never thought would be a thing. It's really nice to be able to play 5, but without the Pentagon Thief, I do agree that he's a really coll boss zombie, but he's just too annoying when playing 5. Like George Romero from Call of the Dead, the maps are fun, but they're just very annoying bosses. And it's so refreshing to be able to only really worry about getting the Winter's Howl, get Shield, get Pap, and you're basically fully set up for the game. It's all there is. And I wasn't really planning on talking about the intro cutscenes, but god damn, was the intro to this map amazing. With the Monsters Inc. style and all the zombie characters and stuff, and references to everything in zombies. It's probably one of my favorites so far out of all of zombies as a whole. It's so fun to be able to play as the Ultimate Crew as well after all these years, and really richened the gameplay experience by hearing some different type of quotes that we've been used to for a while now, because we've been with Primus since Origins, I believe, in 2013, so it's definitely been a long time since we've had Ultimus, and it was amazing. Although I would definitely rather a main quest instead of just getting around 150, as it doesn't really make any sense, but it is a nice twist that we've never seen before, so I guess it gets points for that. This map basically turned one of the most hated zombie maps in BO1, being 5, into one of the most loved for BO4. You can really tell the developers had a fun time making this map, and it definitely shows in how cartoony the map feels and looks. I don't think anyone could give this map a bad rating, and that's why it's a top tier for me. I like it. Now, I said I would rank all the maps in BO4 from worst to best, and take this list with a grain of salt, as I've only played each DLC 4 to 5 times, I'd say the list goes, I'm not going into detail, by the way, I'm just doing a tiny little ranking thing, that's all. So at 8, or dead last, we got Dead of the Night, and I'm rating this a 5.5 out of 10. And we also got at number 7, Alpha Omega. On my script it says Alpha Omega, which is pretty funny. But I'm rating this 6.5 out of 10. And then we got Tag to Totem at 6, 7 out of 10. Then we got Voyage 5 with 7.5 out of 10. And then 4, we got Blood of the Dead with the same score, 7.5 out of 10. And then we got number 3, Ancient Evil. This one's surprising for me. Ancient Evil, I really enjoyed it, 8 out of 10. And then we got Classified at number 2, 8.5 out of 10, and then 9, which is, funny enough, 9 out of 10. Also, I'm planning on ranking all Treyarch zombie maps from worst to best soon, so if you want to check that out, it should be up in about a week or so, because I'm planning to make it after this video. So stay tuned for that if you are interested. Anyways, on to the other major game mode in Black Ops 4, not just zombies. We got multiplayer. To be honest, I'm more of a zombies guy myself, but I play multiplayer a lot too, and that's integral to a game's life cycle, I reckon. If the multiplayer is bad, it's most likely going to drop players significantly and probably die off when the next COD game comes out. BO3 is a great example of a good multiplayer that still has a pretty solid player base for almost 5 years later, I think. Damn, it doesn't feel like that, but it has been a while now. And BO4, even though it's basically a boots on the ground remake of BO3's multiplayer, there's still are some good things about it that I want to highlight and mention. The healing system, for one, was one of the most... The healing system was one of that most even myself was skeptical about at first, but now after playing the multiplayer again, I've grown to like it a lot more and respect Treyarch for not being afraid to take risks like that by changing the way you play multiplayer entirely. It's never been like that, I don't think. It's cool. Apart from in the World War II multiplayer, I mean in the World War II campaign, I remember that. I didn't play much of that, but I remember you could like heal yourself and it wasn't an automatic kill. That was pretty cool. And I think the way specialists are in this game, well, not as good as Black Ops 3's system, like most things in this multiplayer. It was awesome because you had 2 different abilities that can be used in one game, meaning more variety instead of just one that you charged up the entire time. So 2, I like it. And also, I want to shout out the specialist, the the MVP Crash. Crash is my favorite in any COD game ever. He basically will never lose ammo, and the healing tack boost thingy is awesome and really helps the entire team out. Dark Matter, and I guess all cameras at that, are really cool, being reactive and changing whenever you reach a certain kill goal. I personally like the whole time to kill in this game as well, because it gives you the chance to go somewhere safe and heal, or sometimes with a fast fire rate gun you can actually destroy someone really quickly. I've noticed that as well. And yeah, this game by no stretch of the imagination is a standout Call of Duty title, but it did some things right that I don't think gets noticed enough by the community. So with all that being said, we've reached the end of the video. If you enjoyed my commentary or the video, or end the video, like the video and subscribe to the channel, and maybe check out some more videos of mine. Thanks for watching.